Every time I have to preach on this gospel passage, I get a little bit uncomfortable because Jesus warns the crowds, beware of those scribes who like to go around in long robes, who accept greetings everywhere, who are given seats of honor, who go to houses of widows, who recite lengthy prayers. They will receive a very severe condemnation. Well, look at me. I wear this long robe called the Franciscan habit. People would say, "Hi, Father," to me every time they see me. Or they want me to sit up front at parties and gatherings. I go anoint and give communion to our homebound parishioners who are mostly widows. And I say all these lengthy prayers at Mass. So I worry that I might be one of those who receive severe condemnation that Jesus is talking about. But rather than dwelling in some kind of self-pity because of very superficial interpretation of the gospel passage, I think I need to see deeper, the deeper meaning, the real message of what Jesus is trying to communicate to us. Here he is comparing the scribes and the rich, people who have a high status and power in society, to a poor widow. That this woman who puts two small coins, a small fraction of what the rich people put into the treasury, the money box. At that time, there were no banknotes or checks. So everything has to come in coins. So you can imagine a rich person, when they bring in a lot of money and putting one coin at a time into the box or bringing a bag of coins, this will definitely get noticed. People will notice them. And especially the high priest and the chief priest at that temple. Perhaps they would give these rich people some kind of special status, special treatment, special privileges. But nobody would normally pay attention to this poor widow who put in just two small coins. That is nobody except Jesus. He sees her, he acknowledges her, and he understands her. He understands how she is not merely giving her surplus money like the rich people do, but all that she has, all her livelihood. And this is not something to be dismissed. In fact, she should be recognized more than those who give only their surplus. In our churches today, it is easy to fall into that temptation too, to recognize more our big donors and forgetting those who donate, who give little out of their poverty. They're actually doing what St. Mother Teresa would say, that they are giving until it hurts. And then we base our programs, our plans on the needs and the desires of our big donors. We say that all are welcome into our church. Yes, it's true. And all are members of the parish if they're registered. But the deeper question is, does everybody feel like they belong in the church? Or does everybody feel like the church belongs to them? Or is it only reserved for the few who contributed the most to the parish? The same consideration can be extended to our country, because we pride ourselves as being a country of immigrants. We hold as sacred the inscription on the Statue of Liberty: "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." Yet in our unending debate about immigration, the criteria that keeps coming up is the worthiness of those wanting to come here. And we ask, what can they contribute to America? We even once had a government official twisting those words on the Statue of Liberty into "Give me your tired and your poor, who can stand on their own 2 feet and who will not become a public charge." So we're saying to those people that they don't deserve to join us. Those people don't belong here. So instead of looking through the lens of our world, of our society, of utilitarianism, can we instead use the lens of the gospel to see as Jesus sees, the same Jesus who sees this poor widow at that temple that day? This is why one of the main principles of the Catholic social teaching is the preferential option for the poor. That we are called not to give more privileges or special treatment for those who already have plenty of resources to begin with, but to pay attention to those who don't have much. And the point is not to make one group better than the other or one group higher than the other, but the only reason is our deepest conviction that all people are indeed created equal by God, that all indeed have the same dignity as children of God, that we are all brothers and sisters in God. Therefore, let us make sure that everybody we encounter, everybody we meet, can truly feel like they belong in our church, in our community, in our country.